Good morning, Australia. It's the 16th, Monday, March. Ezhou, Hubei province, as always. My daily little update. I'm over my freak out session about the government yesterday. They're hopeless. I've given up on them. So anyway, the news is good here. We only had 4 deaths yesterday. We actually had a total of 30 deaths in China, but only 4 in the worst part of China, which is considerably better. We're getting let out of our buildings slowly. They're letting bits and pieces out at a time, so there's no great rush on all the shops, etc. Some people are still indoors because of the virus might be in some of the shut down areas. However, they came around yesterday, checked everybody in the day before, and they're starting to let us all out. So that's fantastic news. We might be out of quarantine, but we're going to still be in lockdown. We're still going to be stuck in the city, unfortunately. However, we're going to have a lot more freedom. So everything they've implemented here in China has been fantastic and it's worked well. So I'm really missing my daughter and my 2 dogs. She sent me a beautiful picture of them yesterday, and that hurts, but I like to see her and I like to see them smiling. For you guys that don't know, I've got a son, Chris. He's good, but he doesn't really like me at the moment. He thinks I don't know what he thinks, but yeah, he's not that impressed with me, so I really haven't been in contact with him that much. So anyway, I hope he's well, and hope things are going well for him. So anyway, the weather just got a bit cold, so I'm going to post a picture of my 2 dogs. Carby's the cattle dog. He's 9 years old tomorrow. He's a beautiful dog. He's the best dog you'll ever find. And Bundy, my brown Shar-Pei, he's actually 17 years old. He's like the oldest dog I've ever known, and he still carries on like a pup sometimes. He's healthy as, and I love him to death, and he's been a rock for my life for a long time, and I really miss him. Anyway, so they let me out the front gates again today. So I had a quick scan of the street. I'll show you that in a second. I'll put that into this video, and you can all see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Everybody's a lot happier now, except it's going to probably rain in the next few hours. But that's the least of my problems. It's getting warmer. As you can see, I'm in a t-shirt and feeling good, feeling fresh. Just had a nice shower after I've been out doing my cleaning, and looking forward to some lunch, some noodles and cabbage and chicken probably. But anyway, yeah, soon we'll be able to hit the shops and stock up, and things will be good. It's unfortunate, things have got better here, and now they're getting absolutely terrible in Australia, unfortunately, so I won't be able to travel home now. It'll be like getting out of the fry pan and into the fire. But it's life. That seems to be what happens in my life, and there's always something going on. So hopefully Australia gets better real soon, and hopefully the government takes some action. Yeah, I firmly believe that, I've been thinking about this, that Scott Morrison really should be removed from office. He has shown he's incapable of being Prime Minister. He's incapable of standing up and laying down the law. He's just proven his inadequacy to hold that position. So, at this point in time, I think the military should actually step in and, put in some harsh measures so Australia stays well, healthy, and everybody, does the right thing. Our military are there to protect us. They're there to, protect our country and protect every citizen in there. So maybe it's time they stepped in and took the reins and laid down some, authority, because obviously our government's not going to. All they're worried about is their tax money, and they want people to keep working. They want children to keep going to school. They want the public transport to keep flowing. Everything is contrary to what the rest of the world's doing, and what needs to be implemented to curb this virus. A little message to my beloved Ulladulla. I really think you guys should shut your own town down. Don't worry about what else is going on. Protect yourselves. take matters into your own hands, because poor old Milton Hospital isn't going to be able to deal with this very efficiently. I'm sure they'll do the best they can. Unfortunately, we just don't have the capacity, and we've only got a small community. They're going to forget about us when the shit hits the fan. They're going to have everything concentrated on the cities. So I really think you should do something now. Take it on board and implement something yourselves as a community. You saw what happened in the bushfires. The government did jack shit and left us all in the lurch. Unfortunately, everything burned around, Ulladulla. It didn't actually get into Ulladulla, but we lost everything around Ulladulla, and all our little surrounding communities got, very badly affected by it. That's only a few months ago, and we really don't want to see that thing happen again. And you could see what sort of effect the government had on all that. It was absolutely jack shit. And he was too busy having a holiday in fucking Hawaii, drinking fucking margaritas on the beach, rather than taking care of problems at hand, The fires in Australia were pretty well dealt with by volunteer Australian citizens that weren't getting paid, that were getting, missing out on their wages and away from their loved ones over the Christmas break period, while the politicians were all on holidays, lapping it up, getting paid for it, and not worrying about it. So, it's got to that point, guys, that they're only the government, but we're the people. We're the ones that, do the voting. We're the ones that should be laying down the law. If we don't agree with something, we all should stand up and say something and take matters into your own hands. Like I've said before, they're not God. We're not sheep, and don't be treated like one, mate. Don't follow the pack, because it's not going to work. Yeah, just a message to both my children, Chris and Jess back there in Ulladulla. Take care of yourselves, through this. I can't really come home and help at the moment because there's travel bans in place. Of course, we're getting better. It's unfortunately going to get a lot worse there. The government will let you all down, and so stock up on a few supplies. Don't be silly about it. Stay away from crowds and whatnot, and watch out for each other. Be nice to my doggies and protect them, and stay safe, guys. Yeah, Chris, I know you don't think much of me at the moment, mate, but we've both got our own views on things, and you mightn't like my partner and you mightn't like the situation, but that's my life, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and it's as simple as that, mate. So accept it, please, because there's really no point, being angry at each other, not in this sort of day and age. So here comes my coronavirus survivor. She's obviously got some vegetables, and look, the neighbours are out playing badminton. Everybody's excited and happy. She's beautiful, this lady. You can't get infected from other people when you've got a face mask on. Here's our big guard dog. Yes, the neighbours are wandering out. They're coming out of everywhere in their pyjamas. So I just stand here and pretend I understand everything they're saying, purely to be sociable. I have no clue what they're fucking talking about, but everyone's happy, everyone's getting out, and cabin fever's getting less. So I'm really missing my farm today. I'd really love to be on my property, and I'd love to be downtown in Ulladulla and going for a surf maybe. That'd be nice. The message just came up on my screen. Battery time, as always. It's always running out of batteries around here. That's all I ever fucking dream to do is walk around with my camera. But hey, I'm going to look back at this one day in my life and have a big laugh and think, wow, I survived the Wuhan virus in Wuhan.